did you see that there's a new Goosebumps series coming out on Hulu?
Yeah. Wait, who's starring in that? Is Justin Long in that?
Justin Long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so
did see
he's
that.
so it's coming out on Friday the 13th, next month in October.
Are you excited? Were you a Goosebumps reader?
Oh, bigly, yes.
Okay.
Huge Goosebumps, huge Fear Street, and Fear Street. That was a little risque. There was a little kissing, a little hand holding, a little touching, little not
Yeah.
not quite adult stuff, but a little bit of mature content, some blood, some death in Fear Street. So I got into Fear Street big time. It made me feel very mature and old, and I told my younger brother, you can't handle this, dude. You just can't handle Fear Street. Stick to Goosebumps. Do yourself a favor.
The only thing that I remember about Goosebumps is you'll be shocked to hear this, is the Goosebumps commercial where they had a board game. It was the should I imitate the beginning of it now?
I do find it amazing that you have this sort of thing stored away in your brain, but go ahead.
It starts like this, okay? And you guys can Google this. It's Goosebumps Terror in the Graveyard Game, because the beginning of the commercial goes Goosebumps Terror in the Graveyard Game, and then there's like these people that are in the background. They're going like, "Run for your life," and like they're like saying these things, like these like things to frighten you. You should YouTube. We're on YouTube right now. We like the platform. You should YouTube Goosebumps Terror in the Graveyard Game and see if I'm right with the beginning there.
I have no doubt that you are right. You are a vault of 90s advertising knowledge that got to you. They inserted their messaging into your brain and it stayed forever.
So. It's my brain. Imagine if my brain was used to not store that and fantasy football statistics.
I can't even imagine your potential, your brain potential.
You're right. It would be so much better. Legends of the Hidden Temple is on Paramount Plus, and it is incredible. Someone says Legends of the Hidden Temple was a fantastic show growing up.
I'm unfamiliar. What is this?
How do you not know Legends of the Hidden Temple?
Is that an Indiana Jones movie?
No, this is not. Okay, I gotta sit back and bring my microphone back right now. This is okay. You don't. Do I sound different right now after I changed like that?
No. You sound totally same.
Well, that's what I get for spending money on a microphone. So like, thank God, right? So Legends of the Hidden Temple was a Nickelodeon show where it was a game show, and you had all of these different teams of two, boy-girl pairings, like the green monkeys and the silver snakes and the orange iguanas, right? They had all these different teams, and then they had rounds where they would compete in different like physical activities, and then they had like a trivia round, and then at the very end, they had to go through the temple and collect these, I can't remember what they called them. They had to collect these little temple like tokens and then bring them back and come out of the temple. But when they were in the temple, Denny, you might not care about this, but anyone listening, because 90% of our audience has watched Legends of the Hidden Temple, and they're all going to get blasted with nostalgia right now. Okay. When you were in the temple at the end, you were walking through, it was like a picture, a house, like a doll house, how you can see the different rooms, right? Yeah. But imagine being a human walking through a dollhouse. You didn't know what each room was going to kind of have, what obstacles you were going to have or whatever. And there were temple guards littered throughout this thing. And so you'd enter a room, and these temple guards that had like sort of like this, like, like tribal garb on, right? Like they had like the feathers and stuff. They would jump out and just scare the living crap out of these 8-year-olds that were on this show, or these 10-year-olds that were on this show. Canceled. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I know. I'm letting you know what it was like. And so there was also in the show, there was the host Kirk Fogg who wore the best, sort of Indiana Jones-esque outfit, sort of an explorer outfit, right? Like a denim button up with like these really short, not even cargo shorts, but like khaki shorts, and then some boots, and then there was a rock named Olmec, and he could talk, and Olmec would sort of let people know what was going on in the games. I can't believe you've never seen Legends of the Hidden Temple before.
I've never even heard of it. I've never even heard
How
of
is that even possible? Have you heard of Global Guts?
No.
Did you ever watch Nickelodeon growing up?
Well, that's the thing. I probably stopped completely watching Nickelodeon like around like 94, 95.
Yeah, so you probably watched, did you watch like Nick Arcade?
That sounds familiar.
Nick Arcade, where they had that little Mikey avatar, like that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all these Nickelodeon shows. I was a Nickelodeon guy, clearly.
Yeah, you were.
I know my Nickelodeon, and you are missing out by not having watched Legends of the Hidden Temple.